Hello and welcome to Once Upon a Galaxy. I'm still too warm. Astrid's still too warm and having her breakfast, so she's coming out on top in this scenario. And let's get into it. You know what? I don't think we have a Clementine game on the channel, so I think I will give her a whirl. I don't think I've played her in quite a while, but you could sell me on Butcher still being good on this captain. In fact, I think I'm gonna play towards the world where Butcher is still good on this captain, and I might want it for some reason. So let's give that one a whirl, see how it goes, and let's just play really greedy top end, why not? Perseus, I think you suck, but you're in my deck. Let's play a Burninator, why not? So yeah, let's get into... Oh, we shouldn't play a Perseus. If we're playing this many questers, we should just play the Rolo. Remove. Get out of the deck. You have no place here, Perseus. Get lost. Alright. Where's Rolo? Rolo. R. There we go. Alright, let's get cooking. So we'll take a Rose and hope that that means we can be weak enough to lose the first fight, and hopefully this will be plenty to become Hermes, which definitely is. We'll pick ourselves up an Itsy Bitsy Spider and a Puss in Boots, and the next one ain't too hot, but a Smee should be enough to hopefully allow us to get our half heart back and not become a fake captain. We'll get ourselves a young Hercules into a fortune teller, and the fortune teller gives us a boon of pauper, which is nice. I don't really think there's a way we can arrange our board to lose, but hopefully Yakety Yak complies by just having a buffed unit, which they don't, unfortunately. We do find ourselves a boon of the pauper contender, which I will recruit. And we will get ourselves the Sword of Valor here with the two with the two heroes leading up the charge. I'm gonna replace the Itsy Bitsy just to have another hero in the ranking. But it looks like we're also gonna defeat Cactus Puppy here and not proc the Jealous Stepsisters just yet. We will get our young Hercules and kind of a bit of a nothing shop, but I suppose I'll recruit Tin Man just to have it silvered. We'll take the Silvered Thorn with the Peachy Queen buff, and then we will pick up a two-headed wizard. Now, we're probably going to lose to Nathaniel Drake here, thanks to that Cheshire Cat. But honestly, Nathaniel Drake is the cat. Oh, I'm not playing Goatee. I just get extra shops. We should be pretty easy to set up Boon of Set here, because we have 3 monotypal, and Mage should do it. So I think now we replace the toy with the toy. And honestly, I'm pretty happy just to say we lose this fight. I mean, we will have a 50-50 Hercules. Or not? Did I miss something? What have I got wrong? What unit did I not replace properly? It was the two-headed wizard. I'm an idiot. We'll replace it with an animal. And then, unfortunately, good, evil. It's a dragon dice treasure. It's fine. Animal part doesn't quite do it, but I will use an econ spell here in case we find a monotypal villain or a monotypal dragon. Unfortunately, we do find a dragon, but the dragon is not monotypal, and then we run into quite a large faker, which will put us to 1 heart, which is kind of brutal. We become Chucky, we get ourselves a dragon, which I'm just going to recruit to the bank for the time being, and hopefully we can get somewhere with this turn. We do start off pretty well with a Jasmine Dragon, which immediately procs. We'll replace that with a Scarecrow, another Jasmine, another dragon for some more common treasures, and then we're offered an interesting choice. Now, I think I will just take the Mort because of the Scarecrow, but realistically it would have been the same number of shops. Now, hopefully we are strong enough to be alive here, and we definitely are against this board. It's much more modest than what Faker was rocking up with, and with Dragon Dice and Jasmine Dragon. Hopefully that will be enough for us to pull through here. We start by getting a Guinevere to start the turn, which I unfortunately will probably have to replace the Stinky for if I want to greed a little bit. And then we kind of get a little bit of nothing, but we do have a Eureka for our Rolo, which I almost forgot was a mage because it's been so long since I've played the guy. I get an interesting choice of Trifork and Dropnir. And I actually need to check my treasures just to make sure, and it looks like Trifork will be the better pick immediately right now. We'll pick up the young Hercules and hope we get offered that Lich's Heart again, but unfortunately it is not to be. So we'll just take a couple of spells and hopefully they can give us what we need to get through against Pingu's board, and thankfully it will. The Guinevere procs and she'll give us 3 legendary treasures next turn. I don't recall if we maybe got a potion of treasure finding off of the whatchamacallit. I guess we did. Happy days. And a World Shrub to go. Oh, we become Nathaniel Drake as well, and I suppose we'll take Boon of Six again. Because at this point I think we just power through. Not exactly the one we're looking, but that'll do well enough. And we'll get ourselves some rare treasures. I'll take Lady of the Lake, trying to keep the flow going. And then I get the opportunity to either recruit to get a hidden treasure room proc, or to TLK. And I chose the recruit there just because I think I honestly want the Gwyn to come back at this point. We actually end up full-hearting Mercury due to just a horrible combat run out for themselves. And let's take a little bit of everything. Lady of the Lake will proc, giving us the Sorcerer's Mob, which I'll recruit to the board, but I don't really think it's going to stick around too much. The Mort certainly hasn't done very much. The Maverick will come down and immediately procking our Boon of Baba Yaga, which is pretty nice. The Boon of Baba Yaga gives us 2 commons, which gives us 2 epics, you know the drill. And then we will take the ones that are proccable. We will take the gloves, but there could be an argument for Daisy Jones there. And the Destiny is tempting. But I think I'm just willing to dig with silvers and my hidden treasure room for the time being, and hoping that something comes together down the pipeline. We do find ourselves a Conan, and I think that's where the turn and the Rolo is going to have to leave us behind. Now, thankfully, young Hercules just kind of going exponential to a degree. Well, you know, not exponential, but definitely bigger than a candy board. Has allowed us to pull away in this game. And yeah, I mean, Rolo can still be a good card, but it's very fragile in this fetch. I would say that was a lot to do with Rolo. We did actually get to get some pretty good treasures off the back of the Rolo recruits. And it did let us, you know, do the same old that you did when Rolo was more popular. You get something like Hidden Treasure Room, and you use that to power through something like Strawberries. But it just doesn't come up as much where you want to include Rolo in the deck. It's very fragile, like I say. It can be a really tough sell to recruit it on, you know, turns 5 and 6 if you're trying to keep young Hercules going. But yeah, I mean, Gloria's still pretty good. Extra shops, they're always going to be good. But yeah. Thanks very much, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.